Hello there everyone, my name is Crazy Caleb and welcome to Puzzling Buttons. This module got a rework a little while back, I'm not exactly sure when, but this is a very different solving process than what it was beforehand. I did not make the tutorial on the previous solving process, but personally speaking, I like this update a heck of a lot more. So let's get right into this mod. So on the mod, we're going to have a 5x5 grid of different puzzle pieces that we're going to be looking at here. And in the manual, we're going to have all of these puzzle pieces present somewhere in this very large grid. So let's have a look and let's see exactly what we're going to accomplish here. To solve this module, you'll need to light up a full line or column. The module checks the answer only once you light up a full line, so you can turn on and off the buttons however you like without triggering an error. Look in the table below for an identical line or column to the ones on the module, and remember, there's always one that can be completed. So what we're effectively going to be doing here is we're going to be trying to find a row or column that is identical to the Puzzling Buttons manual, and we're trying to look for that and press those buttons. So as it said, you can freely interact with it. It will only check once you have completed an entire column or row. So effectively, the nice thing about this mod is that you only have to check for 5 specific puzzle pieces. Effectively speaking, what you can do is, if you remember the position, what you can do is you can go from A1, then B2, then C3, then D4, and E5. Effectively, what we're going to do is we're going to find this specific puzzle piece, check for its row and column, and then if it is there, we simply press those buttons, and if it's not, we simply move on. We just have to remember that in the cases where in the next examples, we have to remember that, hey, this is the second part of both the row and column it's associated with. So we want to make sure that we're a little careful with that. But otherwise, this is the simplest way to do the checking of this all without having to go through each individual square. So just keep that in mind. That's what we're going to be doing with this tutorial. So for our first one, we're going to look for the left and bottom are hollow. They've got the hollow spots, which means puzzle pieces, like the pieces can go into them. The right has one sticking out, and the top is simply just the line. So let's take a look for that. Now, the process of this is a little bit tedious in terms of looking through this grid to find that one specific puzzle piece. It's very easy to miss, but just be careful with what you're looking for, and you'll find it in no time. So let's find that piece. In my personal opinion, I'm just going to scan line, or if my eyes pick up something, then we will see how that goes. Very close, but the top is there. We do not want that top. And to clear up any confusion, there are duplicates in this mod, so be advised that there are duplicates that can appear on this grid. So just make sure that you pay attention for that. It's very important that you don't mess that up. So yeah, because once you find one, you may or may not be done. So I'm not seeing any of these yet so far. I'm seeing a lot of these. They're taunting me, that's for sure. This one's also close. Aha, here we go. So now, what we're going to do is we're going to look to the right and see if we have 4 of them sticking out, which in this case we only have 3. So the row is not going to work here. What about the column? The column, the top needs to be a wall, and the left, right, and down need to be hollowed out effectively. That is not the case. It is rotated 90 degrees counterclockwise. So this one is not the spot we're looking for. Let's continue checking for if this one appears at all anywhere else, and then we will conclude with that. Okay. It doesn't appear to want to show up at this moment. And there might just be the only one that was by itself in this case. Nope, there's one more. Let's have a look. We cannot do the columns anymore because we're too far down into the bottom of the manual. And as far as I'm aware, it doesn't specifically state that it wraps around. And if it doesn't say it, then I'm simply going to ignore it. So if we go to the right, we need 4 pieces. We only have the 3 that are sticking out. We do not have that. So that's therefore not part of our solution. Okay, so I'm gonna assume that because we have had two examples that we've looked through and we've looked through the entire grid, let's move on to the next one. So this one has a wall as the flat end on the up and right. It has one sticking out at the bottom and it has hollow in the left. So let's look for that one. This one should hopefully be a little bit easier to spot. But overall, let's see if we can even find it. Come on, you wanna appear. I know you do. Again, so many of them have been close, but they are not here. Huh. It's a bit concerning when you don't find any of them. So I might have to have a look through that again, or I can simply skip this for right now and go about my day. I mean, genuinely, how do I miss this? Oh, here we go. Here is one. Okay, so remember, we're in the second position in this specific row and column. So we want to check for one up. In this case, we want that 4 outer again, which doesn't exist, so that's not going to work. So now next, we'll take a look at one left. We want a wall at the top, and we want hollow left, right, and down, which doesn't happen. So therefore, I'm going to rule that one as not part of our solution. Let's take a look at this guy. It's a very similar one to what we had last time. I've definitely seen a few of these in here, so let's have a look around. So we want left hollow, out, up is what I am looking for in here. It's a bottom right corner. That once again does not appear to want to be found, similar to last time. Close, but no. Once again, I am suffering the curse of blindness, as I familiarly do in my tutorials, and I am terribly sorry for this. Let's have another look again, see if I can even find one of these. Otherwise, I'm going to move on. It's a very tricky mod to do. It's a very tricky mod for the expert to do in terms of finding stuff in here. I don't care about the news, go away. Of course, I just can't seem to find it for some reason. And when I'm looking around, I do find stuff that looks very similar to it, but it's not quite the same. Ugh. Okay. I might just say, hey, we'll come back to this if we need to, because I cannot seem to find this one. Let's look at our next one. So let's go up, left, and down for hollow. This one has to be here. Ah, here we go. Okay, so here's one that we're looking at here. So let's take a look and let's see, because we're in the 4th position right now. Let's take a look and let's see if we have any of these positions. And from what it looks like, that's looking like a big fat no. This starts off with the wrong piece. This starts off with the wrong piece. This is not it. So let's keep looking. At least I found that one. Okay, maybe here. So if we go up 3 pieces, it's not the same. So no, we're going to simply ignore that one. And we can't go left, so that's therefore not part of it either. Here's another one. Okay, we seem to be finding a lot of these ones. Wow. Okay, there's quite a few. Maybe we're onto something. Maybe, just maybe. If I can find this, I'm only going to do one example of this. So, it's not this one. Oh, here we go. I believe I found it. Yes, perfect. So as we can see here, we have a column that consists of all 5 of these shapes here. We've got left, right sticking out, up is hollow. We've got left sticking out, up, right is hollow. We've got left, right, down, up is hollow. And then that piece that we just focused on, and then left sticking out, up, right, down, hollow. Therefore, this is what we're going to be pressing. And just like that is a solve module. That's basically it. I don't really feel like doing another example of this. It's a fairly simple mod to do, but it can take a while because it's very easy to miss some things in this grid. As always, thank you guys for watching. Remember to stay crazy, stay cool, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye!